And welcome back this morning on our Today Table series. We're going to whip up a show-stopping holiday dessert with Chef Danielle Sepsy. She's the founder of the Hungry Gnome. Just scan the QR code to shop the recipe and check out the exclusive code below to help stock up on ingredients from our sponsor, Walmart. Chef Danielle, good to see you.
Good morning and happy holidays.
You as well. So a gingerbread cake. I like this.
A gingerbread bundt cake. It's great for dessert, of course, but for breakfast or a holiday brunch.
And it's a lovely centerpiece as we see the finished version of it. So now we're going to start off. You're using cake flour. What's the difference between cake flour and regular flour?
All-purpose? It has less gluten content, so it'll result in a little softer, fluffier cake. I also use it in cookies sometimes to make my cookies soft and chewy. We'll talk about that later, too, actually.
So now what are the dry ingredients we're
We've got lots of warm spices. We need, of course, ginger and cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice and clove. And already it smells like the holidays.
It does. It really
We've got fine table salt. We really need to let those flavors pop. We've got our leavening agents so that we can let everything rise. And we're going to
melted butter there.
We've softened butter. We don't want it to be melted. We want it to be room temperature.
Exactly.
And then we're going to add our sugar. We've got some brown sugar, some white sugar. And
now, why do you combine the two?
We really need these to get nice and light and fluffy and allow that sugar to just kind of break down and dissolve a little bit in the fat, or else you'll have a tougher cake. So you want to beat this a lot.
On a little dessert here.
Little dessert. We're just enjoying.
This is so romantic. I love this.
So great.
We'll be joining you eventually.
Okay, now?
We're adding our vanilla extract. We always want to add our extract with the fat. It actually makes the flavors more pronounced.
Little pro tip there.
And then some orange extract. We always want an acid, even when we're baking. The acid just really elevates flavors, and also orange with those warm spices just, to me, tastes like the holidays.
I notice you've got the eggs, the egg whites and the egg yolks separated.
Yes, we've got actually whole eggs and egg whites, which I'll explain in a second. But first, we need more fat, a little more oil.
More fat. More fat.
Because it's going to make it more moist. Then we've got molasses, because what's gingerbread without that beautiful molasses?
Any kind of molasses?
I like the good old grandma's molasses, it's called, because it's not as dark. Sometimes if it's a black strap molasses, a little bit too bitter. This is nice and balanced. We've got our eggs, whole eggs, and then extra egg whites.
Why?
Because it gives the cake a little more lift, and also when you're using a more intricate bundt pan, it actually keeps the structure of the cake a little bit better, so it'll come out better later.
What else do we have?
Now we have to alternate our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients, and we've got buttermilk. Buttermilk makes for a fluffier, lighter cake. Also brings a little acid to the table too, which will really elevate those flavors.
So
and we're alternating with the dry mix.
Bing, 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 back to that.
And then a little orange juice to really brighten up the flavors again.
All right.
Now we've got our bundt pan. We have to really butter and flour this pan so that it really releases. And then once we bake it, we can let it cool completely.
Okay.
Our batter is ready. We're going to keep going to our frosting.
So here's you've already...
This
tastes like
Christmas.
Wow.
And this is a fun tip. So if you want a really white, thick, snowy glaze, start with confectioner's sugar, a little bit of oil, a neutral oil, a drop of vanilla extract for flavor, and now add water just until it's like a thick paste. You don't want it pourable, actually. You want it really, really thick, where it seems... Yep, and you'll see what happens. Put it in a piping bag, go around the top, and keep going. Do you want to give it a try?
Sure.
And keep just going in the center. And then what we'll do is we'll tap the pan, and it'll just slightly
ooze off the edges.
Exactly, but not too much where it's swimming around the plate. We really want that snowy finish for the holidays.
Good job.
And so just tap it, and you'll see it's probably better to tap this.
Oh, look at that.
Within minutes, you'll see it
just
takes a
like
couple
that.
minutes, it'll start to just spread and cascade ever so slightly down the sides.
That's exactly how you want it.
Exactly.
And what's the stuff on the tippy top?
The very top, we've got some white chocolate shavings, but you can get really fun with it. I love to put pomegranate seeds, little bursts of juice, a little color. You can also get creative and put different colored icing on top, or just powdered sugar. I feel like that's like such a grandma thing, right?
All right.
A little powdered sugar on a bundt. It's perfect. With a cup of coffee.
This does seem like a modern grandma kind of cake.
It does. It does.
It's
classic.
moist.
Really delicious. Try it out.
In fact, Danielle, you're going to be back in our next half hour with some more sweet treats. And we should mention you can buy the ingredients recipes by scanning our QR code or head to today.com/todaytable. We'll be right back.
That was really
local
fun.
news and weather. You guys are adorable together.
Thank you. That's what they say.